So the NBA schedule was released yesterday, so we wanted to check out some of the opening night lines. Let's take a look here at some of the odds provided by Caesars Sportsbook for the season openers. Celtics, 5-point favorites at home against the Sixers, while the Warriors are 6-point favorites against LeBron and the Lakers. So after seeing that, what pick do you like for opening night between those two matchups?
If I had to pick one of the favorites to lay it with, I'd lay it with the Warriors. I know LeBron just re-signed with the LA Lakers, but it's still a wait and see if they can be any better than they were last year. Even when AD, LeBron, and Russ were healthy together, they're like a 500 team, I think 11-11, and we know the Warriors just coming off a championship, all those young guys getting run in the summer league, getting better. I think it's a dangerous spot for the Celtics against the Sixers. 5 is kind of that key number. I trust Philadelphia a little more than I trust LA, so I would lean Sixers as the dog I would take. If I'm taking a favorite, I'm laying the 6 with the Warriors.
All right, so look, Nick and I want to run some bets by you. I have a feeling I know how you're going to feel about mine in a little bit, but let's start with Nick. What do you got?
Well, I know how Tyler's going to feel about mine. I am taking the Lakers, guys, because I just don't believe on ring night that everybody can get their emotions in check. So give me the Lakers and the points, and then give me the Celtics at home, honoring Bill Russell on opening night with the points.
Well, real quick, Tyler, I also have the Lakers because of I've been to a lot of these ring nights, and the emotions are high. And sometimes those home teams come out flat in those situations. And AD, when healthy, has been a terror for the Warriors. So that's why I'm leaning Lakers in that situation. What do you think?
I like the Lakers to jump out early because of those emotions. But we know how dominant Golden State is. Third quarter, when they turn that stuff on, you know, after coming out of the break. And we know how great they are at Chase Center. Like, from what we saw last year with that Lakers team, I'm kind of predicting they jump out early, maybe first to 10, first to 20. Then in the second half, third quarter especially, Steph, Clay, Dre, turn it on and shut them out.
All right, so I'm looking here. Tyler says take Lakers first half, basically. All
there
right.
You go.
There we go.
There you go.
And before we let you go, I know you got some locks for the win totals for this season. Since the schedule was released yesterday, the Jazz have gone from a 32.5 win total down to 30.5. With that being said, what are the teams that you're placing wagers on?
Yeah, shop around and see if you can find 31, 32.5 with the Jazz, but I'm under. I think they're going to slip to the bottom of the Western Conference. We know Rudy Gobert is gone. We know Joe Ingles is gone. We know Quinn Snyder is gone. We'll see. Maybe Nick can shine some light on it if Donovan Mitchell is gone, but we know those talks have resurfaced with the Knicks. The team that I think at the bottom of the West that could make a move up is the Thunder. They won 24 games last year. Their number this year is 26.5. Adding Chet Holmgren, getting a second year of Pokusevski and Josh Giddey, who is a stud, getting Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort back, who missed a combined 57 games last year. It's a pretty decent starting 5, and it's a varied and versatile starting 5 in terms of their skill set. So I think the Thunder are closer to a 30 to 33 win team than a team that finishes near the bottom of the league again. I like them to go over 26.5.
I love the Thunder pick because I think that most teams are going to go into that situation and be like, oh, this is going to be an easy one. And then they're going to win some in those scenarios. Now, with the Jazz, though, the one thing I know about Danny Ainge is that he does not like to lose a deal, okay? So there is a real possibility that Donovan Mitchell is on this roster for a while. Does that change your opinion at all?
A little bit. That's kind of the hedge to see if you can find those 31, 32s. But how happy will he be if he's there? Will Donovan Mitchell really be going all out without his guy, Rudy Gobert, without Rudy Gobert there and his defense, without Joe Ingles, who's closer to his guy? Mike Conley's getting older. Quinn Snyder, the coach that he has known his entire career. When we see superstars demand trades, usually they get trades. And I think Donovan has got one foot out the door of Utah rather than trying to help them rebuild.
Let the record show, guys, I wouldn't touch either one of these because the tanks are out in both places. Still. And I'm not going near any team that is still tanking to make sure their draft positioning is okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does the tank play into effect here? Because at the end of the season, right, that could play a factor, Tyler. What do you think?
Well, yeah. Nick, why do you think the Thunder are tanking? Didn't they get the guy they wanted? Didn't they get the Chet Holmgren? Aren't they ready to see if this group can win now?
It's still not enough. Sam Presti's playing the long game, Tyler, and they are going to be ready to lose at the end of that year. at the end of whatever's coming with that build.
Tyler, he owns like everybody's picks for the next 37 years. So, I mean,
He's got the monopoly board out.
He really does. He's got Boardwalk, Park Place. He's even got the little purple ones you don't want. He's got all that stuff.
There's only 15 spots on a roster. He can't use all of them as Thunder players. He's got to get rid of some of them.